Hey everyone, welcome back to English Factory. This is part 2 of how to describe your feelings. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, make sure to check that out first. In part 1, we covered positive feelings like being in a good mood, feeling optimistic, and being at peace. Now in part 2, we're going to talk about negative feelings and how to express them specifically. Understanding how to describe difficult emotions is really important because it helps people understand what you're going through. Let's start with negative feelings. Don't just say, I'm sad. Instead, try, I'm feeling down. Notice the difference. When you say, I'm feeling down, it's softer and more specific. Someone asks how you are, and you say, I'm feeling a bit down today. I don't know why. I just feel off. It's honest and real. Remember, I'm feeling down sounds much more natural than I'm sad. Here's an important one. I'm feeling overwhelmed. This is very different from sadness. Overwhelmed means you have too much to handle. You might say, I'm feeling overwhelmed with work right now. I have so many projects. Or, I'm feeling overwhelmed by all the changes. When you use this phrase, people understand you're stressed about too many things, not that you're depressed. Say it with me. I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's a specific emotion that people relate to. Now, I'm stressed out. This is very common and everyone understands it. But notice, it's different from overwhelmed. Stressed is about specific pressure or worry. You might say, I'm stressed out about the exam next week, or I'm stressed out with the deadline. Stress has a cause. Remember this distinction. Overwhelmed is about quantity. Stressed is about pressure about something specific. Here's one that's really important. I'm exhausted. This is stronger than just, I'm tired. Exhausted means you're completely drained, mentally or physically. You might say, I'm exhausted from work today. I just want to sleep. Or, I'm mentally exhausted. I've been thinking about this problem all day. When you say, I'm exhausted, people know you really need rest. It's more powerful than, I'm tired. Now let's talk about confused feelings. When you don't know what you feel. Say, I'm confused. This is straightforward. You might say, I'm confused about what to do. I have two good options, but I can't decide. Or when emotions are mixed, I'm feeling conflicted. Part of me wants to say yes, but another part is scared. These phrases show that feelings aren't always simple. Here's an important negative emotion. I feel guilty. This is when you regret something you did. You might say, I feel guilty about canceling on my friend, or I feel guilty that I forgot her birthday. It's a specific emotion, different from sad. It's about responsibility and regret. Remember, I feel guilty is very specific to situations where you did something wrong. When someone hurts you emotionally, say, I feel hurt. This is powerful and honest. You might say, I feel hurt when you say things like that. It makes me feel like you don't care. This phrase helps people understand exactly how their actions affected you. It's different from angry. It's about pain, not rage. Now here's one that's becoming more common. I'm burned out. This is specifically about exhaustion from doing something for too long. You might say, I'm burned out from studying, or I'm burned out from my job. I need a break. This is different from just being tired. It's a deeper exhaustion that comes from repetition. Remember, burned out is about long-term exhaustion, not just one bad day. I feel disconnected is interesting. It means you feel separate or isolated. You might say, I'm feeling disconnected from my friends lately, or I'm feeling disconnected at work. I don't feel like I belong here. It's not depression, it's just a sense of separation. Say it. I feel disconnected. It's a very real emotion that a lot of people experience. When you lack confidence, say, I feel insecure. You might say, I feel insecure about my English sometimes, or I feel insecure in social situations. It's different from sad. It's about not believing in yourself. Remember, I feel insecure is about self-doubt. So we've covered a lot of negative emotions in part two. Feeling down, overwhelmed, stressed, exhausted, confused, guilty, hurt, burned out, disconnected, and insecure. Each one describes a very specific emotional state. Notice how each phrase tells a different story and helps people understand exactly what you're experiencing. The most important thing to remember is this. When you use these specific phrases instead of just saying, I'm fine, or using basic emotions, people actually understand your real emotional state. You're not giving them surface-level answers. You're communicating real feelings. That's what makes conversations meaningful and helps people feel connected to you. Whether you're experiencing positive or negative emotions, being specific matters. Thanks so much for listening to English Factory. If you haven't watched part one about positive feelings, make sure to go back and check that out. Subscribe for more practical English lessons and real communication tips that actually help. See you next time.